Hello, my charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another video. And if this is your first time with me, I'd like to say welcome. My name is Alexis, but I'm also known as Miss Trenchcoat all across the internet. I'm an online entrepreneur who helps overwhelmed women manage their time, energy, and expectations so they can get all of their big goals, dreams, plans, and ideas out of their head and onto paper so they can get down to business creating their dream life. If you want to learn more about my work, you can shop my latest collection of print-on-demand planner inserts, ebooks, classes, and more over at thecharmshop.com. So today I want to talk to you about how to plan. Specifically, if you're someone who wants to get started using a planner, or you're someone who has already been using a planner, but doesn't feel like they're seeing any increase in their productivity. Today, I want to talk to you and explain to you some planning concepts that, if executed upon, should help you to improve your planning. Now, I'm calling this concept the 3 levels of planning because I believe that there are levels or depths that we can take our planning to, and many ways to use a planner, from like basic to more sophisticated strategies based on your needs. Now, the more you advance in these levels, the more productivity, skill, and strategy you learn and utilize so that you become a better and more productive planner as you work through these levels. So the first level of planning is tracking. So this is using your planner to remember and record tasks and information. So tracking tasks and appointments in your planner that you want to remember. This is the most basic level of planning and the most straightforward reason to use a planner, right? To write down and remember what it is that you need to do and where you need to be at what time. Now, when you're sitting down to actually plan at this first level, ask yourself, what do I have to do? When you answer that very simple question, you're actually engaging in the first level of planning and creating the most basic form of a plan, which relates back to tracking. Now, the second level of planning is organization. So this is using your planner to organize tasks and your schedule for efficiency. So time blocking, batching tasks, not simply writing down everything that you need to do, but spending time thinking about how your tasks and time can be better organized so that you're achieving more in less time. To reach this level of planning, once you've gone down and written out everything you need to do from the first level of planning, you can then ask yourself, how can I get more done? And just asking that simple question to yourself and evaluating your task list and your schedule, you'll be able to take steps to better organize your work. The third and final level of planning, which is the most sophisticated, is prioritization, which is using your planner to get honest about your priorities and expectations. We all know on some level that we can't just make a huge to-do list and schedule a bunch of appointments and expect to get everything done on that list in a single day. So once we've organized our tasks for efficiency through the second level of planning, we can then begin to get honest and strategic about what work needs to get done and what is the best use of our time and energy. So once you have your tasks and your schedule better organized through level 2, to reach the third level of planning, you can ask yourself, what is the best use of my time and energy? From that question, you'll be able to better identify the priority items that are on your list and in your schedule, and from that, you'll have a solid and very productive plan of action to work from. Now, I'd like to point out that it doesn't really matter what kind of planner you use to actually go through any of these levels of planning. But of course, if you're using a functional planning system that's giving you all of the space and inserts you need to really dive deep into each of these levels, that would be preferable. So obviously, I use my master plan system because it's designed to be a functional planner that really gives me the ability to ask myself all 3 of those questions that relate to each of the 3 levels of planning, and actually gives me the space to actually work through each level of planning in one planner as quickly as possible. And that's a key factor of importance to me, at least, is that this process be as quick as possible so that I can spend less time planning and more time doing. As you start out, you may find that it takes you a little bit more time to work through each of the levels, which is completely normal. But over time and with experience and practice, you're going to actually grow that productivity and planning muscle so that as you do your planning and move through all of the levels of planning, it's actually going to become quicker and easier for you to create the most strategic plan possible for you in the least amount of time. So just because going through all 3 levels of planning and this full process might take you a little bit longer in the beginning, don't give up. And for that reason, I also highly recommend that you do schedule something like 30 minutes to an hour to actually go through this process on a weekly basis. This is something that I would do a weekly review on a Sunday or early on a Monday before I got my work week started, sitting down and just working through the levels of planning. Now, of course, for me, it doesn't take me full 30 minutes to do planning like this, but as you get started, give yourself a buffer of time to really dive in and have that time and space to make the best plan possible. And again, over time, with experience, with practice, it's going to be easier and quicker for you to do it each and every week. And I guess I should reiterate something that I just touched on in the beginning of this video, which is that I don't personally believe that everybody is going to need to use all 3 levels of planning to fulfill their planning needs in their life. For some people, level 1 is enough for them, but for other people, they may need to organize their tasks to be more efficient or get really strategic and purposeful with the way they spend their time and energy, because they may be someone who has a lot on their plate and really needs to dive into the most priority tasks first. So depending on what your needs are, any of the levels can actually be enough for you. So if you don't feel like you need to make it all the way to level 3, do not put pressure on yourself to do more than you need. Just find that sweet spot that works for you and makes you feel productive and organized and in control of your life. And that's really all you need your planner for, and all you need to know any of these levels for is to get you to a place where you're feeling good and in control and getting the things done that you need to get done. So I hope this video has been insightful for your planning routine. I would love to hear in the comments which level you think is going to be your sweet spot, like where you think you need to be, whether that's level 1 with the tracking, level 2 with the organization, or level 3 with the prioritization. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about what level you need to be at. You know, I'm sure some of you could assume that because I run a business and I have a lot of balls in the air at any time, I really need to be at that level 3. I need to make sure I'm working through this entire process to be my most productive version of myself. But I'd love to hear what level you're at as well. So please leave me a comment down below. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with anyone you think would find it helpful. For more of the behind the scenes of my productivity life and business, make sure you're following me on Instagram at Ms. Trenchcoat. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos by me. And until next time, bye-bye.